You look like a Marcy May.
Marcy was my grandmother's name.
There you go.
What is Martha's story in this movie?
Martha, she escapes from this cult and she goes back to live with her family, and her only family is her older sister and her older sister's husband. And while she's struggling to reassimilate, she begins to grow paranoid that the cult is coming after her. In addition, she thinks back to what's happened to her and tries to figure out exactly what happened to her while she was living with that group.
Do you ever have that feeling where you can't tell if something's a memory or if it's something you dream?
I was doing it if you're not trusting people. If you're ever going to have a meaningful relationship, you need to let your guard down. We want to help you. Let us in.
Do you think people are drawn to the idea of cults? It seems like a fascinating world.
I think on some level, lots of people are.
What did you think of it before you went down this whole journey?
I think I have like a deep fear of conforming from a young age. Like I remember being in school as a kid, and it was a religious school in England, and people, every morning there was prayer. And I was looking around and why is everyone saying the same thing? Why are they chanting? And remembering that scaring me. And I didn't think about that when I made the movie, but now after making it and thinking back about where certain things come from, I think it kind of started with that.
This movie lives in the tie shot of a young actress named Elizabeth Olsen. Her terror, her face, particularly at the end when she's sitting in the back of a car. And I don't know we know what she's looking at. She's looking at a guy holding a camera. But there's something about her. When did you first happen upon Lizzie and think that she'd be great for this?
For Martha, I wanted someone who people had never seen before. And I thought that was really important. So what my casting director did was brought in every girl she could find in New York who hadn't done a movie yet, basically. There was this great moment in the film where she steps outside and she's looking around she's looking into the woods, and her face, you just see everything that she's going through. And that was this great moment as a director where he totally passed on the character to the actress.
You know what it is?
I have.
We have a connection.
We do.
One of the things I really love about it is how a film like this really could end with like this huge, light, like this hope. And this really doesn't have that.
To do that in if the film was set over a course of 5 years, I would have felt comfortable doing that, but we set it in those first couple weeks. And I don't believe that you can necessarily fully have that moment in that time. Like this is really just the beginning of it. There is a recovery process. I never wanted to worry about what you should do because it's a movie. I wanted to do what I felt was the right thing for her story.
What's the journey of this film for you? When you get out of film school, you're kind of quarterbacking your own life. You're not even 30. Your world's big. God, it's amazing. Look at you, Sean. You're a wreck.
It's amazing. I mean, I've had when I got out of school, I started a company with my two partners, and we were going to support each other to make.
Because a lot of money. Anybody got a rich parent?
No, nothing. So we had to figure out how to make. I mean, other students were making $50,000 films, and we were making films for $1,000. But our films did really well and went to festivals. This has been a huge turning point for us this year in this film and how it's been received. But it's been a very gradual process to get there.
What did you feel like when you found out you won Best Director at Sundance? How did that happen?
Kind of like Martha, I don't really remember.
You blocked it out of your mind?
Yeah.
How does the bidding war start? I mean, you just go up to your room and just man the phone, let's get ready, let's get the beer out, it's going to start ringing any minute.
Basically, we finished, so Sundance started on a Thursday night. We finished the film on Tuesday. We overnighted the tape to Sundance. They got it on Wednesday. We arrived there on Thursday. Film screened on Friday, and then Sunday morning I got a phone call from someone at Fox who said they wanted to buy the movie.
And then you feel like that's like a kid making the draft, like you just got drafted?
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be good from now on?
It's one of those things you just dream about and you hear stories about, and then to be there and have it happen, it's completely surreal.
If I said the word Oscar, what goes on in your mind?
I get really uncomfortable.
Have you been hearing that word a little bit too much in the last couple of weeks?
A little bit. I mean, my feeling is that whatever any of the people see the movie is really good.
Thanks, Sean. So nice to talk to you, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Cool.
My Again, it's Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene, and I highly recommend it. It's really, really good. It's in theaters now. Thanks to Sean Durkin. Best to you. When we get back, we're going to do our spotlight tonight. It's on editorial.